Greetings Guardians, my name is Bife here. So in these videos where we're talking about the temptations of the Vanguard in the raid lore, I wanted to talk about Ikora first, but ultimately I just couldn't resist touching on the topic of Crow and what happened with him and the Witness. That being said, Ikora's story is not as in-depth as Zavala's or Crow's, so I thought it might be better if we just cover both Ikora and Crow in one video. That's what we'll be doing today. So, we're going to talk about how the Witness offered to freeze Ikora in a moment of perpetual victory from her past, and how it offered all sorts of things to Crow, all of which he turned down, including potentially the resurrection of Amanda Holliday. Starting off with Ikora's story, we actually see her as a sort of pillar in this campaign for everyone around her. She endures and keeps a level head while the Witness more fervently goes after Crow and Zavala. That doesn't mean that it didn't try to also go after her with some temptations. Ikora had a long road to get here, and above all, she's had to shut out a lot of the pressure. We actually see her almost break when she first sees Cade, because she thinks that he's back because it's the Witness trying to tempt her to choose the final shape. Her resolve is honestly, at the end, tested more by Zavala than it is by the Witness. His lack of faith and his more reckless nature in the Descent mission and the Liminality Strike really starts to tear the team apart. For Ikora, this sort of slow and steady breakdown of her fire team would have been something hard to watch for certain. And above all, I think that's partially because Ikora is still fighting the good fight, even in these moments of adversity, that she has been fighting for so long. And victory isn't something that's so simple nowadays. Ever since the Witch Queen, winning has never meant truly winning, it's just meant another step on this road. The Witness essentially offers her an easy out as a result of this, and a path to victory within the final shape that will be eternal. It's also a victory that is very familiar to her. It's here that I think we need to briefly talk about Ikora's past in order to understand that victory. When she was a younger warlock, she was outspoken and very powerful, even in her early days. Her power would magnify itself tenfold with proper training and discipline, which over time she learned. But Ikora started learning her lessons of ferocity and power in the Crucible. Now, keep in mind, this was likely not Shaxx's formerly created Crucible, but the Crucible of the time before, where Guardian still fought Guardian, but with less of a formal institution behind it. In that time, she would have been the first Guardian to ever achieve a 25-win streak, and she is known to be one of the few combatants to have bested Lord Shaxx in single combat, an experience for which he still calls her a singular pain in his rear, although doubtless that jab still comes with its own degree of respect and camaraderie, even though it certainly does amount to a certain degree of wounded pride for Shaxx as well. I think that in this moment of temptation, where the Witness is trying to bring Ikora over to its side, it offers her a chance to harken back to this moment of near certainty and absolute victory. In this moment, the Witness offers her a reprieve from the weariness that she feels and a return to the simple elation that she once knew, the fleeting but powerful high of victory over one's opponent. You can find the Witness's message to Ikora in the raid armor, in particular the promised victory bond. It reads as follows. Time is called. We win. I win. One more round. Just one more round. Warlock. You need not resist. You have died countless deaths. You have been reborn in equal measure. You comprehend the final shape as were a death sentence. To liken it to death is an underestimation, an incorrect and assumptive simplification. Sometimes death is violent and momentary. Sometimes death is quiet. Sometimes it is even dull. The light reassembles you as it sees fit, reformed in optimal condition to fight in its endless, hopeless war, primed to do the bidding of forces you could not hope to understand. Death, rebirth, a cycle endless and tiresome. We know you are weary. We hear the dominant chord of the universe, and we wish to share it with you. There is a musicality in its preciseness if you only attune yourself to it, a cacophony harmonized. You see this as unbearable torture, but you also know it to be transcendent ecstasy, the rush of your joyous game, the delicious heat of battle, your guns, and even your beloved comrades together again. That moment, you know the very one. Eternal victory, triumph that does not wane. Break the cycle, dear Ikora. Rest. The Witness's offer here of victory eternal, it most certainly is something that would motivate thought if not action. But Ikora was not tempted by the Witness. She did not falter even in the face of its compelling offer within its final shape. It also does make me wonder. I did state about Ikora's greatest victory being over Shaxx, but it does make me wonder which Crucible victory this was, and whether perhaps Shaxx was an opponent of hers in a different setting, or maybe if she had teammates on another side that she was well aligned with. I'd need to do a bit more looking into Ikora's old lore to see what match this might be referencing, but either way, Ikora resisted. She did not fall to the Witness. Neither, for that matter, did Qrow, though the nature of his temptation is significantly more elaborate. We actually get to see a lot of that temptation firsthand in the earlier parts of the Final Shapes campaign. Initially, when Qrow enters the anomaly of darkness near the Refraction, we see the aftermath of a moment of temptation by the Witness, where Qrow rejects the love of his sister and her respect for his accomplishments. The memory is displayed here initially in the Final Shape campaign.
Diorama.
It is but a facsimile, a testament to loyalty, an expression of longing.
Qrow. We see his heart held in talons. We hear it beat with his twin sister's steel.
Within the Final Shape, we offered a vision of our bride.
Of yours. Friends.
Looking to him with trust. But, like you, he chose pain.
You use the darkness to exploit Qrow's memories?
And the light to give them form.
Don't you see how beautiful
It all could be.
There's also another memory that can be found by venturing back to this same location later on. Take a listen.
Behold, sister, the lie that makes itself true, an Ahamkara.
Do you know what power you hold within your hands?
I know it with my very soul. This is the way we safeguard our people.
You gave chase to my words without hesitation. I hoped you might at least refuse.
Never. Tell me you are pleased.
I am, Uldren, but more for your return than for a gift I never thought possible.
I voyaged worlds for you, Mara. I brought you a wish dragon. Are you not proud of your brother?
Mostly I missed him.
As Qrow puts it later to Cayde, the Witness can see what's in the heart of everybody's mind, and can understand how best to twist that temptation into reality, a reality it can then offer in the final shape. The temptations got even more entrenched when Qrow was offered dominion over the territory of the Reef and beyond, and to become his people's sovereign king. Take a listen to this.
We offered to erase Prince Uldren's stain from the Dreaming City. To grant Crow dominion of the Reef, the Awoken, and all the stars beyond. But he chose pain.
Crow says no to all of these different temptations, and as the witness would put it, suffers on the path of pain instead. But when you see the context of the full temptation that he had to endure, you can start to see why Crow nearly might have hit his breaking point for even just a second. It's what I'm referencing in the title and thumbnail of this video. In the Raid lore, we learn that along with the respect, royalty, and admiration of his family, the trust of his friends, and dominion over the stars, the witness also offered Crow something else: to bring back Amanda Holliday. Take a listen to this. Inside you, the Kestrel and the Crow tangle in a bid for dominance. Hunter, you are ensnared, but you need not fear. We come to pry the trap open. We free you from your gilded prison, a cell bathed in light and glowing as if it would somehow fill the vast emptiness around it. Guilt follows you like a long shadow cast in the setting sun. In darkness there is no shadow to fear. The children of Saul would force upon you the wretched title of Vanguard, a title made famous by thieves and murderers. We do not offer you equality. We offer you sovereignty. We would make you king. Here you are King Uldren, a kestrel who slays the crow and takes to the skies triumphant. You are no longer the spectre living in the shadow of an unfeeling sibling. The sun rises to greet you. The earth beneath your feet bends to your every whim. Would you not stay and see your sunrise? That word sunrise is the tell here. Remember that the witness can look into everyone's individual heart without knowing their story, and can use their feelings to manifest what it believes it can tempt them with. The word sunrise has been referenced somewhere else by Crow, when he was reflecting on Amanda Holliday after her death in the Season of Defiance. Crow delivers this utterly gut-wrenching line back at the end of the season when he's asked to describe her. Take a listen.
Crow,
What do you want?
I wish to speak with you.
I don't have time for this. Or for you.
We've all lost someone dear to us.
If you mean me, you don't show it.
I wanted to, but I held my heart so closely that I smothered it. I don't want to see you do the same.
You don't know me. Stop talking like you do.
I know how we grieve. It is raw and violent. I know we believe that keeping others away from it will protect them. But we don't do it to protect them. We do it to protect ourselves. We do it because it is easy.
Nothing about this is easy. You didn't know her.
Then tell me who she was.
She was a sunrise.
Grieve its setting, but do not turn your grief to armor. Let us spare you through it.
I'll try.
I know you will.
She was a sunrise. Crow's description of Amanda as a sunrise here is paired with the flavor text of this cloak, which reads, "I turn and there she is, radiant." For all these promises made by the witness, Crow pushed onwards and ignored them. It also explains why later in the campaign, when we all sit down at the campfire and everyone is discussing the death of Amanda, he is so completely torn up. In this moment, he's grappling with the fact that he could have had Amanda back. and he's grappling with what he's lost as a result of choosing duty and the universe's future over his own desires. He is experiencing the most painful twisting of the knife that the Witness can possibly conjure, along with Zavala. Take a look again.
And I thought we lost her when her ship went down. But she's tougher than that. She soldiered on. She...
If this displays only one more thing to us, it's how much of a manipulator the Witness truly was. The Witness was able to look into the deepest kernels of Crow's mind and extract details about Crow's life that made him vulnerable in every way imaginable. Perhaps there was an extent to which the Witness believed it was trying to serve the best interests of each of the Vanguard members, but by that same token, I don't think so. The Witness has lied so often in order to get its way that it's something I just wouldn't trust. The Hive know this best. Savathun ironically knows it best now as well. However, the Vanguard held firm. None of them were tempted by the Witness successfully. Despite how much they lost and how much they were reminded of it, they did not allow themselves to fall into darkness, even as much as bait was so elegantly dangled on a hook before them. With the resilience and steel that they showed and their convictions, they were able to push through. And even if for a moment Zavala did immerse himself in darkness, he was doing it not for the sake of reuniting with his wife and his son, but for the sake of learning how to defeat the Witness so no one else would have to worry about that burden of being tempted into finality. But that's all from me for today. If you enjoyed this video or found anything of it interesting, go ahead and leave a like, and of course leave your own thoughts down below in the comments section. And if you want more Destiny lore content, go ahead and hit subscribe and the bell next to subscribe to turn on those email notifications. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been doing that lately because, yeah, we officially crossed 30,000 subscribers just this month alone, and we are almost at 1.1 million subscribers. So thank you to everybody who has newly joined us on this journey. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that it's worth your time. I really hope that you're enjoying the lore content. As one last quick thing before the video ends, I am going to work at some point in the next few weeks on getting shorts content back into the rotation. For now though, that's going to be it for today. Know that your viewership as always has been quite enough for me, and that in the meantime, my name is Byf. Rodacia ad Astra. I'll see you, Starside.